Hello, my spicy friends. Today, we're going to take a look at Shiny Cryogonal in the Retro Cup. Now, the reason for this, although I guess there are actually two reasons. Well, one of the reasons that I wanted to make this video is because I was playing the Ice Catch event recently, Catch Mastery, or whatever you want to call it, where they had a couple different ice types featured. One of them was Cryogonal, and as some of you may know, I've used Cryogonal quite a few times in Pokemon Go, PvP, and I think it's a pretty fun Pokemon. So when I found out the Shiny was going to come out, and it also got Triple Axle this season as a pretty solid buff, I thought, sure, why not? Why shouldn't I build a Cryogonal for the Retro Cup? Especially considering that Dragon types seem to be getting a lot more use lately. A lot more Dragonairs and Altarias and even Shadow Dragonites, they're all seeing quite a bit of usage. So, of course, that means that the logical thing to do is to build a double ice backline. As you can see, this trainer is running a very spicy Galv, I approve. Anyway, what does Cryogonal do in this format? It's a good question. It's kind of like Frostlass, which is why I paired it with Frostlass, except also different enough. Basically, it is slightly spammier and hits it for a bit more fast damage with Ice Shard as opposed to Powder Snow. Generally, I think. Oh, nice! I just got the buff here. We love to see it. Now. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so I was going to try something spicy earlier, where I will be running Solar Beam Cryogonal. And the reason for that is I thought it would be funny to snipe lanterns with it. Like, that would be cool, wouldn't it? But the problem was, I was running Ice Shard, Night Slash, Solar Beam, and I was just losing a lot more games than if I had Night Slash. Like, Night Slash is just so spammy, it can give me the 12.5% chance to just flip the game completely in my favor. So I just decided for consistency sake, I should just run a Triple Axle and Night Slash and just try to win the mirror with Lantern, or at the bare minimum, get the opponent's Lantern into a place where I can just farm it down Frostlass. Which, that's definitely not a bad thing. Frostlass with energy is crazy in this format. And Frostlass is also a pretty good switch. That's generally the plan I had in mind. I think the graphic I made, looking at it now that I'm actually recording the audio for this video, it might be a little bit misleading, because Frostlass is actually the better switch in this format, and Cryogonal is a better closer, or attempted sweeper. Because it turns out that with the Ice Shard and Triple Axle boosts against dragons, or if you happen to get that lucky Night Slash boost, Cryogonal can turn into a sweeping beast. I love it. I mean, to be totally honest here, this is definitely more of a casual video I made just for fun to dunk on the Retro Cup meta. I think Cryogonal is it's not going to crack the meta wide open, but I would say it's a fun, viable pick. Normally I save the analysis kind of thing towards the end of the video. You guys know how it goes by now. I have my fun little commentary on what's going on throughout the video, and at the end of the video, I give my thoughts on the Pokemon in the last 30 seconds to a minute. But I thought it would be fair and just say that Cryogonal is not really going to shatter the meta, or not as much as the other picks that I've made videos about recently. So, it's fun. Cryogonal is a fun Pokemon. So now that I've explained what Cryogonal does, let's talk about these games. And right now, this game right now is not looking super favorable. Wishcash outpaces my Lantern by quite a bit, just because it turns out it's a very spammy beast. We're gonna hit him with a Surf, do a decent chunk of damage. They're gonna get a shield. Unfortunately, it's just not going to be quite enough. Well. And Wishcash is very bulky, so unfortunately, I don't quite think Cryogonal is going to be able to kill here. Look, they have some extra energy right now. They're probably going to make it to another Mud Bomb, but at least we tried. Couldn't even have made it to another Night Slash there. Triple Axle definitely would have done more damage there. I don't believe it would have. It might have knocked out, might have gotten pretty close, but unfortunately, it's just not quite enough. Anyway, moving on to the next game. Let's see what we've got here. Alright, Dragonair. So, our backline deals with this Pokemon pretty well. Accidentally got off a Spark there. I was just trying to go straight for the switch, but for some reason, I got off a Spark, and that puts me pretty behind. Now, unfortunately, this matchup is like a little bit IV dependent. I think if the opposing Dragonair is like really frail, Frostlass can Powder Snow them down. But yeah, they can actually just like force a 2-shield if they wanted to. But it seemed like this trainer was totally fine with bringing out their Ice Answer in Poliwrath, which is totally fine for us. The thing is, Frostlass is not Frostlass. Frostlass is frail, but that's not who I meant to talk about. Shadow Dragonair is a little bit frail, and what I mean by that is I can farm up with Lantern here, and hopefully nail them with a Thunderbolt for a pretty decent amount of damage. Now, this Poliwrath's Scalds are going to probably debuff our attack, but the nice thing about this matchup is that Lantern completely walls Poliwrath, so we can get quite a bit of energy going here. And I'm just going to Insta-swap to Cryogonal anyway, because if I have to reposition Dragonair, if I have to reposition Dragonair against my Lantern with a Thunderbolt, that's totally fine. But at the bare minimum, I want my Lantern to not be debuffed. So as you can see here, we got the attack boost, which is fine. I'm going to try to do some decent shit to this Vigoroth. Best case scenario is we get their last shield. But unfortunately, we're just a little bit too slow. I do my best, guys. I'm tapping as fast as I can, but we are just too slow here, and I believe this is going to cost us the game. So I decided not to waste either of our time, me or the opponent's time, my opponent or I, whoever, and just concede that match. Yeah, so again, in case you haven't noticed, this backline is very frail. I kind of wish I'd lined up Frostlass against that Vigoroth there, but you know, oh well, what was I supposed to do? Anyway, this is the shortest game of the whole video, which lasts about 2 seconds because my opponent forfeits, which I'm fine with, you know. Makes for a shorter video, means you guys have to spend less time watching my video, takes up less space on my computer, easier to post to YouTube, all that good stuff. So anyway, we kind of have a weird lead here, because Lantern, I believe, wins the 1v1 here, and Cryogonal can do some stuff with Night Slash, but Frostlass, we do not want to line this thing up against Frostlass. So ideally, I'm probably just going to stay in here. This is fine. If I can farm down with Cryogonal or Frostlass, that would be nice. I decide now is the time to just go for the farm down. I can shield up whatever they're going to throw, and it will be fine. As you can see, Cryogonal's got a decent amount of fast move output with Ice Shard. Okay, so this is alright. Night Slash is not going to knock out this Frostlass, unfortunately. It's going to do like about half, a little under half, but you know, with Ice Shard fast move pressure taken into account, that is fine. And we are pretty spammy anyway, so I'm just going to go for the back-to-back Night Slashes, super fast. We get that attack boost, fantastic. I'm going to shield up here. There's a decent chance this is a bait. but it is a triple axle. You know, a lot of Frost Lasses you see are running Avalanche these days, and the reason for that is just it's just a harder hitting move fast. It's a harder hitting charge move, which is also decently spammy. Triple axle is totally fine. We get the bait. Not even a bait. We get their shield. This is fine. Again, they're going to go for a Shadow Ball here. But luckily, this Frostlass is low enough that as a Lantern, we can just kind of come in and farm down. Do I get the farm down? Yes, we do. Fantastic. Okay, let's see what's coming in. We got the Gothgrigus here. I'm going to go for the Surf. Just get a couple extra sparks in there. Doing fine. Doing fine. So, what do they have in the back? Let's see. It's an Altaria. Okay, and we win the game. So, unfortunately, as much as I would love for Cryogonal to have like swept a bunch of teams, that unfortunately didn't happen with the set I recorded. I got like a 3-0 there, which is fine. So again, just a fun little casual video with Cryogonal doing some stuff. I hope you all enjoyed my spicy friends. This is a fun video. Again, I don't know why I keep saying that. Probably because this one was kind of mid. But anyway, if you enjoyed, please like or something. That's what all the YouTubers say. And remember, stay spicy.